Hello everyone, in this video we are going to understand the basics of the subject which is new to all of you, that is pathophysiology. To begin with, our main topic of concern will be basic principles of cell injury and adaptation. First of all, let's talk about from where the subject name has come from. This subject name has come from basically pathology. Pathos means suffering and logos means study. It is the scientific study of structure and function of the body in case a disease attacks our body or invades our body. It basically consists of abnormalities that occur in normal anatomy and physiology leading to disease. Now, what are these abnormalities? These abnormalities are basically anomalies or deviations from the regular function of the body. It mainly involves the investigation of the cause of disease. Investigation of the cause of disease means that why the disease has occurred in our body and what are the changes associated at the levels of cells, tissues and organs, which in turn give rise to the presenting signs and symptoms of the patient. Now friends, here we have just talked about the pathology, but what is the interrelationship between the pathology and pathophysiology? Pathology basically describes the abnormal condition, whereas pathophysiology seeks to explain the physiological processes because of which such conditions develop and progresses. Basically, it deals with the questioning of how and why the disease has occurred in the body. Now, coming next, what are the important terms in pathology and medicine? First is patient. Who is a patient? A patient is a person who is affected by disease. Number 2, lesions. Lesions are the characteristic changes in tissues and cells produced by disease in an individual. Number 3, morphology. It consists of examination of diseased tissues. It basically deals with the shape and size of the tissue. Etiology. It is the most frequently used term in the pathology and it includes all the underlying causes and modifying factors that why the disease has occurred in our body. Last is pathogenesis. It refers to the chain of steps in the development of disease, that how the disease has attacked our body. Now, what is cell injury? Cell injury is basically defined as a variety of stresses a cell encounters as a result of changes in its internal environment and external environment, and the balance between that is called homeostasis. That means a steady state level between the internal environment and the external environment of the cell is homeostasis. Cells actively control the composition of their immediate environment and intracellular milieu within a narrow range of physiological parameters. They undergo physiological stresses or pathological stimuli, can undergo adaptation to achieve a new steady state that would be compatible with their viability in the new environment. Now basically, the basic idea is that whenever a cell encounters any physical or chemical stimuli, it tries to adapt itself according to that environment so that it can maintain a steady state, that is homeostasis. But if it cannot escape that injury, that is, if it cannot escape the stress, then it undergo either reversible injury or irreversible injury. If the stress is for a short period of time, it will undergo the reversible injury process, whereas if the stress is too severe, then it will die and undergo the irreversible injury. Now, next topic is causes of cell injury. That means etiology, why of disease. It basically has two categories, genetic causes and acquired causes. Under acquired causes, the causes are hypoxia and ischemia, chemical agents, physical agents, infections, immunological reactions, genetic defects, nutritional defects, and aging. Now, what is hypoxia? Hypoxia is basically reduced supply of oxygen in the blood, while ischemia occurs due to reduced blood flow. Now, what are the physical agents? Now, there can be alteration in the body, cells, tissues, and organs due to physical agents like road accidents, extreme heat and cold, radiation, etc. Chemicals and drugs. The exposure of body parts to chemical poisons like cyanide, arsenic, mercury, etc. is very injurious to the cells and they can undergo reversible or irreversible injuries. Microbial agents like bacteria, viruses, fungi can cause changes in the functional properties of the cell by releasing the exotoxins that can directly disturb the internal and external environment of the cell. Nutritional derangements. Nutritional deficiencies like anemia, marasmus, kwashiorkor can cause the permanent or temporary cell injury depending upon the duration of stress. Aging. Now, what is aging? Aging is the inability of the tissues to repair itself. Is called aging. Iatrogenic causes. Now, unwanted prescriptions, etc., in which there can be physical, chemical, or therapeutic incompatibilities in the prescription, these errors can also cause the injuries. Now, the topic is cellular adaptations to stress. Adaptations are reversible changes in the number, size, phenotype, metabolic activity, or function of cells in response to changes in their environment. Now friends, what are adaptations? Basically, just consider yourself, if you are placed in an environment that is not supportive to you, then you will try to adapt yourself according to the environment, and so does the cells too. They just try to adapt according to the environment, either physiologically, that means at the organ level, tissue level, or cellular level, or pathologically by changing the cause of the disease. They can also adapt themselves. Now next is physiological adaptations, usually represent responses of cells to normal stimulation by hormones, like hormone-induced enlargement of breast and uterine during pregnancy. In this case also, they just change their physiology by changing the size of the uterus or breast, etc. Pathological adaptations are responses to stress that allow cells to modulate their structure and function and thus escape injury. By changing the physiology or pathology causes, they can also adapt according to the environment. Now, what are the types of cellular adaptations? Atrophy, hypertrophy, hyperplasia, metaplasia. Now, what is atrophy? Atrophy is basically decrease in the size of the cell. Hypertrophy is basically increase in the size of cell. They are just opposite. Hyperplasia, metaplasia, increase in cell number and change in one form of cell to another. Now we will discuss it. Atrophy is the shrinkage in cell size by loss of cellular substance. With the involvement of a sufficient number of cells, an entire organ can become atrophic. It's very simple. If a single cell can cause loss of cellular substance and a multiple of cells, then basically there will be large amount of loss of cellular substance and automatically the cell will just reduce to its size. Causes of atrophy include decreased workload, pressure, diminished blood supply or nutrition, loss of endocrine stimulation and aging. Just see the diagram and you will get it better. Now, hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is an increase in the cell size by gain of cellular substance. With the involvement of a sufficient number of cells, an entire organ becomes hypertrophic. This is the example of people going to gym and taking various protein shakes, etc., mass gainers, muscle gainers, etc., just to increase their muscle mass. And it basically explains the hypertrophy concept, that there is gain of cellular substance and increase in the cell size. Now, hyperplasia. Hyperplasia constitutes an increase in the number of indigenous cells in an organ or tissue. That means increase in the number of the cells. Pathologically, hyperplasia is typically the result of excessive endocrine stimulation and is a predisposing condition to neoplasia. That means it is the condition just before the neoplasia or cancer. Similarly, metaplasia is a reversible change in which one adult cell type is replaced by another adult cell type. It's a cellular adaptation in which indigenous cells are replaced by the cells that are better suited to tolerate a specific abnormal environment. Because of metaplasia, normal protective mechanisms may be lost. Metaplasia is also a predisposing condition to the neoplasia, in which one adult cell type is changed to the reversible or another adult cell type. So friends, this is all about cellular adaptations to stresses. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you very much.